Is gifting diamond the best gift ever? I disagree. They say diamonds are a girl's best friend. I disagree. A shift is. A shift is the most precious gift you can give to yourself if you want real change. A shift in your consciousness will bring lasting transformation for overall well being and holistic life. I'm not kidding. Warm welcome to Mystic World YouTube channel Awaken to Abundance weekly podcast with me. I'm Sakshi Narendra. If all the inner work you do doesn't lead you to a shift, sit down, pour yourself a cup of coffee and watch TV, because without a shift, you're wasting your time, energy, effort, and money. A shift is that awe experience that no one talks about, but everyone experiences from time to time. We have all had them, but the relationship between where you are now and the changes that stick is simply a shift. SHIFT capital. I could elaborate and call it a shift in awareness, in perspective, in knowing, in emotions, but without it all, your hard work is for naught. Let me caveat this with saying that our issues run on belief systems, and there are many beliefs that make up a belief system, which means you will require more than one shift to completely heal from a particular trauma. But when you know how to facilitate one, you can facilitate them all and become clear on anything you are working on. So, how? Find questions that dig deep, that get you really search for the answer. These are usually emotionally based questions, such as you think about how you felt then, what's the difference between how you feel now and the action you look? Use visual memory as cues. When you tap into a particular memory and ask your question with that in mind as the focus of your inquiry, you are more likely to get a shift. Get used to challenging yourself. When you challenge your current perception, then you are in the right position to shift that perception. For instance, I have always used what if as a negative. Don't do anything or it will lead to sadness. Stopping question. Instead, use what if like this. What if the thinking that I have around this issue is wrong or not useful? What could I think instead? I have chosen the words deliberately here, so if you are using them, don't change them. The above is not beginner material, but sometimes knowing where your skills need to end up is useful. So, shifted day will keep the mental health practitioner away truly. Cultivate a shift in your inner work and notice how much you better your experiences changes that last. All enlightened master says the deeper you go within yourself, the quieter you become, and that's your sadhana. That's all you have to do. There never was a time when you were not the self, pure consciousness, pure awareness, witnessing consciousness. This is your destiny to awaken into consciousness. Yet, you can do it now or you can do it in 1,000 lives from now. It all depends on you. It is the way you are reacting as yourself to the world which determines the direction you are going in. There are no mistakes, nothing is wrong, everything is right just the way it is. Do not try to understand this or figure it out. Leave it alone. It will happen by itself by keeping yourself quiet and still. You quiet the mind because of realization. Let it be calm. In all situations, be calm. Let it be still and quiet. Shifting is nothing other than a finger pointing to the moon, a finger indicating the reality of your being, and that reality is that I exist. Who am I? This self inquiry will lead to the ultimate answer that you exist. Open your heart to the truth that softens barriers and liberate you from the past and future. Open your heart to yourself, to who you are. Are you willing to join a journey of self-awareness and transformation? As Padamalai says, and I quote, when the mind, which is always wandering, is trained to hold on to any name or form of God, it will only cling to that. Because the mind branches out into innumerable thoughts, each thought becomes very weak. As thoughts subside more and more, one pointedness of mind is gained. A mind that has gained strength in this way will easily succeed in self inquiry, a permanent shift.